So it's Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by former British and Commonwealth champion, WBO #1 at one point as well, Bradley Skeete, and his latest charge and about to make her pro debut, Fran Hennessy. I heard them ask you on the Sky Sports podcast which you prefer, and you didn't really commit.
Oh yeah, you know what? I don't mind either, I like the sound of Francesca, but I've just grown up being called Fran, so either for me.
Now, I want to ask you first of all, you've joined with Boxer, you're debuting on September the 30th. Your dad's obviously got a few fighters already aligned with Boxer. Was it through him that you kind of worked out this deal?
Uh, yeah, do you know what? Obviously, my dad's my manager, so definitely. But I think a lot of it had part to play with when I boxed out in the Golden Girl tournament. Spencer Oliver was out there. Um, he saw me fight, and he kind of told all the boxers, like people, like Ben Shalom and everyone, about me and saying that like how I fight and stuff. So obviously a lot of it had part to play with my dad as he's my manager and stuff. But they was hearing things through the grapevine with me.
And Brad, you are already working with Fran's brother, of course, Michael Jr. And what Fran came as long as a bonus?
Yeah, got her as a bonus. Nah,
How did it work out? Did you see her one day in the gym and it just went from there?
yeah, Fran was always part of the team anyway. Like she come down when Michael was sparring. Michael was sparring Alex Benham down at Forge Gym, and I was helping out Alex in the corner. And Mick spoke to me after the spar and said he liked what I was doing with Alex, and he heard a few things I was saying to him to watch me on the pads with him, and he asked if he could get a session in with Michael, and then yeah, it went from there really. Then Michael come, but Fran was down at the gym at the time anyway, so yeah, done a few sessions with Michael. Then Fran had a national final coming up, and I've done a bit of training with Fran too. So yeah, they come along together really.
When you turned pro, there wasn't really much of a female boxing scene in the UK at the time. You were obviously pro when Katie Taylor turned over, Natasha Jonas turned over, and so on after the 2012 Olympics. What
Yeah.
was your kind of attitude towards women's boxing back when you were fighting? And did you ever have any in the gym, any women?
Not when I was pro. No, there was none down at iBox. But women's boxing obviously was on the up, and now you just got to look at it. It's thriving. Women's boxing's like right up there now with the men. Really, if you look at it, there's some great names like you just mentioned there. Um, Savannah Marshall, obviously, Fran's grown up around Savannah Marshall. She's unified champion now. She's like just signed a big deal as well. Yeah, you just got to look. They're becoming global superstars now. So yeah, women's boxing is definitely on the up.
And Fran, without meaning to make it awkward, we know why Brad wanted to work with you. Why did you choose Brad as the person to train you as a pro?
Do you know what? His fighting style was very similar to mine. We both love flair. We both a bit showboaty, and on the pads we gelled so well. He loves it when I showboat. He loves like my style. So yeah, we really gelled like straight away on the pads the first time, which doesn't happen often, to be honest.
Why do you think now is the right time to turn over? Because you're still only 18. You could have been forgiven for staying amateur for longer, trying to get some more international competitions.
Because I think right now is the prime time for women's boxing. As you said, it's on the up. And I think no one's really turned over at 18 as a woman, as far as I'm aware of. So I think me doing that's a bit of a statement. And also, I know that I'm a lot more suited to the pros. I spar pros all the time. I spar world and European champions, and I'm doing very well for myself. So, yeah, now's definitely the right time.
How much of an incentive was it in joining Boxer that they put on a female-only event, obviously with Savannah and Clarissa Shields at the top, and they promote quite a lot of female boxers compared to maybe some of their rivals?
Yeah, that I was actually at that event, and honestly, as a young girl who's always loved boxing, it was amazing to see. I was in the crowd like a little fangirl, seeing all these people in the crowd, and it was just amazing. And yeah, what an event, a great fight, and Savannah Marshall, she's a great person, always been a massive inspiration to me, and yeah, it was a great night, like just a great atmosphere and a great night, obviously. But yeah, it was amazing to see.
And Brad, how does Fran compare in terms of talent with some of the people you've moved around with in the past, some people that you've trained and taken on the pads?
Listen, I'm blown away by her. I tell everyone she's gonna be a superstar. She's got it all. She's the full package. She's got it all, mate. She's got the look. She can fight. She can box. She can punch. And I'm not just saying it like I said on the Sky podcast. I've got a good name in boxing. So for me to come out with these big statements, and it wasn't true, I'm the only one who's gonna be made to look silly. And I know that's not the case. She's right up there with the best, and trust me, wait till you see her fight. Like I say, she's got it all, and I'm really excited for her journey. Her being only 18, a lot has been said about her being 18, and she could have stayed amateur and that, but people seem to forget. All you got to look back is at the controversy she had being an amateur. She's getting robbed blind. I've seen her like myself, like hands down schoolgirls, and just the decision's gone the other way. Like as a young girl, like how are you going to deal with that? And I told her, why are you going to wait around and be shafted, do you know what I mean, by all this controversy and the politics and corruption of the sport. She can get a head start on all these girls. Yeah, they're winning national titles. They're waiting on going on GB and this and that. But she's 18. She's women boxing's on the up, and she's right amongst it now. And trust me when I say it, she's gonna be a superstar. And September the 30th is the start of her journey. And like I said, I'm so excited to be part of it and see it. And this girl, it won't take her long, and she's gonna be setting the sport on fire.
As Brad alluded to there, Fran, you're not shy about sticking up for the things you believe in. We saw, obviously, the Twitter post when you had that unfair decision against you. You've also been campaigning for, is it more affordable sports bras, I believe, as well, for female athletes. Where does that kind of drive come from to put yourself out there?
I think definitely as a female fighter, that's very important. Obviously, growing up in the sport, I think it's just something that's embedded in me, where I stick up for myself. No one actually wanted me to box in the first place. So I think that's probably where it's come from. I've always had that drive and that thing, like that right to stick up for myself. So that's something I'll definitely keep.
And how old were you when you first started like sparring, moving around? Because you sparred your brother at a very young age, I believe.
First time I remember sparring my brother, I must have been in nappy, so I don't actually remember that. But first time I probably started going into boxing gym, I'd say about 11, 12. But yeah, I just loved it ever since I was a young girl.
Is there any sort of rivalry between you, the siblings?
No, look, there's a little bit of competition.
Brad's laughing.
Look, we have our jokes and there's a lot of competition between us. But me and my brother are very close, and we want each other to get to the top. And yeah, he's like my best friend, really. So
he always tells me he can see who the favourite is.
Brad, you're enthusing about Fran's talent, her all-round ability. What, as a trainer, then can you pick out to work on? What's going to be your focus over the next couple of years?
Like she's come to me, and like, so to speak, like a pro style anyway. And she's much, in my eyes, in suited to the pros. And like over the longer distance, these girls like won't be able to run away and hide from her, because she's got that style to cut them down, and she's got like longer rounds to do it now. So she, in 8-ounce gloves, her punching these girls, they ain't gonna be able to run away. They're gonna feel it. Do you know what I mean? So working with her, like I say, she's got her flair, she's got her style, she's got her swag, and I love all that. And I'm a big believer of that movement and hit and not get hit. She does her footwork well. She does everything. So for me, it's easy. We just gelled from the get go. So for me, it's just getting everything right. Just getting her switched on, and just drilling her with the footwork, with the head movement, taking her head off the center line, and everything else just rolls in. When her feet are fast, her hands are fast, it goes with it. So, and as long as she keeps that style and that flair, everything can come and be good on the night. And I just want to go back on making a decision at such a young age of being 18 to turn pro. Her development from the 8-9 months she's been with me is been second to none. She come to me like I say, I first started training her for our last national final, and she boxed amazing and done really well. That beating a good girl. Then she had her last amateur fight on the Brighton and Hove home show, which she boxed a good senior, like a good senior girl. Like she done really well in the ABAs this year, and she boxed really well. But from then till now, I've been taking her around sparring. She's been getting good rounds. She's been working in the gym, and she's been, like she just said, she's been sparring world and European champions and sparring the championship distance. She's been sparring 10 rounds. Do you know what I mean? She's developing every day in the gym, and that's what I like. And the way we've gelled is unbelievable, and I think that's a big part of it. We're so close, not just Fran, Michael, with the family. We're all close, and I think that's a big thing as a trainer for me. You've got to have that relationship, and we've got that. Like she's like my own. Do you know what I mean? I treat her like she's my own.
Yeah.
And two for you, Fran. First of all, since you've been training with Brad over the last 8 to 9 months, is there anything in particular he's got you doing that perhaps you didn't do in the amateurs that you found particularly challenging or difficult?
Oh yeah, I'd say my footwork's come on a lot since I've been with Brad. You know, everything, my hand speed, my punch power. Like, you know, as I said, like as Brad just said, we're like family now. So this isn't just a trainer like boxer relationship. It is, you know, we're in this together, and I work very hard, and Brad pushes me hard. And like, you know, even sometimes when I'm pushing a bit too hard, you know, he'll tell me, you know, you got to hold back a bit and stuff. So our relationship's great, and yeah, we'll definitely do very well together.
And Brad talks about the top fighters you've sparred as well. Who do you feel, I know it's going to be hard because you've sparred so many, but you've learned the most from or against so far?
I'm learning from all of the people I'm sparring. You know, they're all very experienced women, and I'm getting great rounds in. You know, Nina Hughes, Sky Nicholson, Joanna Wonyu. You know, I'm learning from all these fighters, and you know, I'm getting great rounds in with them, and we're having great spars, and yeah, that I'm getting great experience from it. So all of them, to be honest.
Someone like Nina, obviously a reigning world champion, does that give you an idea of where you are? Obviously, you've got a way to go in terms of experience and the longer rounds, but in terms of ability, it must be a good measuring stick.
Yeah, of course. Like obviously, I'm 18. I'm doing very well for myself. Nina, she's a great champion. You know, she's a great fighter. As you said, I need a bit more experience in the pros, just to have like a lot of fights and stuff. But yeah, you know, I'm doing well for myself, and like yeah, it's great sparring the likes of Nina and Sky and all of them fighters. It's making me come on a lot.
And before I let you both go, just a bit of a light-hearted one to finish. You can decide which one of you goes first, but just name one thing that annoys you the most about the other. Brad's already got something in mind.
You know what I'm gonna say?
They don't want this smoke. No, shall I go first?
Go on, you go first.
She thinks she's a little superstar and always comes late.
Right, what annoys
Brad,
me
what
about...
you got?
Right, so Brad, at any inconvenience, will go, Dodie!
Do that again, one more time.
He'll go, Dodie! After every inconvenience, he'll say it, and it drives me nuts.
What's that about, Brad?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Fair enough. Well, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing the debut on September the 30th. I have to come down and see you at the gym soon as well, because I haven't been to your gym yet. But really appreciate it. And yeah, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you, Dan.
Cheers, guys. Take care.